ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Shifting Gears. I am your host, Clutch. MLG Anaheim was a great success. Congratulations to MVP for his win, and for the other incredible games that we saw from all of our players. It really was a dream come true to see Boxer play on our main stage. And thank you so much to all the staff for their incredible hard work, and to the fans who watched either online or in person, and for the incredible energy we all felt during the matches on the main stage and even at the feature stages. I wanted to go over some pictures that I had of the event that I wanted to share with you all. Okay, so this is a picture of one of our tech guys, Coley. He's making sure everything is set up fine for Boxer as he warms up. And there's Wuju, aka Milkus, working very hard on the phone, translating and coordinating with the Korean players and with our player coordinator at MLG, Alyssa, aka MLG Cuz. Here is DJ Wheat and Mini Wheat, like father, like son, having his son come on and take some pictures with the crew. It's very cool to see his family enjoy the wonderful tournament that we had. Master Chief made an appearance. He's taking a picture with some Halo fans and some Halo models, Sony Ericsson models. This was a section of the floor where we had LCD screens set up that were streaming either the red or the blue stream, and people would sit down and enjoy it from that side because it was so crowded at the main stage. Here's myself testing the computers for DJ Wheat and Day 9 to make sure everything's good to go. Having fun. And this is me sitting in the booth, enjoying sitting in the booth. It's just really cool to see the entire crowd through those windows and get an idea of how the players feel when they're sitting there in front of thousands of people live and millions of people online. There's Boxer in his booth setting up. These are Day 9's special shoes that he wore and showed off backstage. These are the unsung heroes, some of the unsung heroes of the MLG Red stream. Anthony, Casso, Mr. Bitter, JP, and then there's MMA and Alyssa. This is a line for meeting the casters, meeting Day 9, DJ Wheat, Husky, Mr. Bitter, and JP. Here's another shot of that line. There was hundreds of people in there. This is the crowd toward the finals. I took this shot up from where catering was. They had a window that displayed the floor, and all of these people were here. You can see on the left side where there were seats, and then in the middle there's more seats, but there's no seats left, so the rest of the people are standing all around the seated area and spilling over into the Halo booths. This guy This guy decided to take a chair, I don't know where from, and to sit on top of it so we could see. That is definitely a seating innovation. The awards ceremony. That trophy is heavy. I had to carry it up there to JP on the stage, and it is it's a heavy trophy. Here's my shot with MMA. He is the man. He is such a cool guy. And then Slayer's Jessica and Slayer's Boxer. Slayer's Jessica, she is a very serious manager. She makes sure that her Slayers are on time and where they need to be. MMA had a match coming up. He had to go to the bathroom, and she sent, I think she sent Alicia to go find him. And he came back, and she's like, come on, we gotta go. So she is very cool, and she is very, she's not like a poster girl for Slayers. She's really engaged in making sure the team performs to their best ability and represents themselves very well. And they did. They were great to work with, and they performed very well. And we look forward to having any Korean players or any foreign players or any player from wherever to be in our tournaments. And having these pros here, these legends here, means a lot. It's very cool. Now, on to some news for Diablo 3, which I have been waiting for a while. First, we're going to talk about auction houses, and then we're going to dive into the Demon Hunter. As you've probably seen on the internet, Diablo 3 auction houses have been announced. Now to break this down, there's two types of auction houses that will be available. The in-game gold auction houses and the real money auction houses. Now what this means is you can have an item that drops, put it on the auction house, and have a bid or a buy now amount, either in-game gold or in real cash. Now I've seen some people troll on the internet saying, oh, this is from Activision, how could they do this? Let's break down the economics of what's going on here, okay? Diablo 3 is going to cost probably $59.99 when it's released. We don't know what the MSRP is going to be or what the exact amount is going to be, but guesstimation, that's what I'm going to put. Now, in economics that are going on with the internet right now, and end users and long-time end users, we have the long tail. Now, the long tail is different than what economics have been used to through mainstream merchandisers, okay? For example, Borders, which unfortunately just shut down. Borders had a specific stock that they would hold of the most popular books, and they could not have unpopular books within that stock because they had limited space and they had to pay for storage. So with Amazon would carry books that were not as popular but would sell a couple hundred copies every month. Well, those couple hundred copies every month would continue to bring in a revenue. That's a long-tail economic plan. In Diablo 3, they are using an economic plan that freemium users are moving into. The microtransactions, the payments for small items, for example, League of Legends, and now Heroes of Newerth, which has just changed to a freemium service, a free-to-play service, but you can do microtransactions. Now this engages into a long-tail economic realm because you're not having a huge spike in sales for the game itself because it's free to play. You're having small transactions that will continue to carry on month by month by month by month. Now this is different than subscriptions because in World of Warcraft you paid for the game and had a certain subscription payment every month, and that went to the overhead of keeping the game alive, having the GMs work in the game, and for new content coming out. Now with Diablo 3, this was a smarter proposition from Blizzard in regards to gold farming and eBay accounts, or accounts on Blizzard being sold on eBay, and going through these third-party organizations. That could be legit or shady. And so Blizzard, I'm sure, over the years has had to deal with these kind of issues where people would sell an item or sell an account through eBay and the money didn't come through or something had happened, so they had to contact Blizzard, and then Blizzard would say, our policy is you're not supposed to sell. This is exactly why we have this policy, because of such and such actions. So because of the inevitability of players going to these third-party organizations to do real-world transactions, Blizzard has decided to put those real-world transactions into their game, to incorporate it, to embrace it, and to make a bit of a profit on it. It's smart. It's not a sellout. It's not a cop-out. It's smart. They've looked at what has gone on in the history of gaming and their players over the years, and instead of having to deal with these issues of people's accounts getting hacked and doing stupid stuff on the internet and breaking policy and their end user rights or their terms of use, they've decided to open up this avenue of having real-world cash transactions for items. So, how does this work? For example, you find the Ball Buster, an incredible hammer used by the barbarians, but you already have a better item, so you decide to sell it. You want to sell it for real-world cash. You go to the real-world cash auction house, you put it up, and let's say the starting bid you want $10 and the buyout you want $25. All right, so this is hypothetical. I'm not exactly sure what the percentages will be, but let's say you have a bid of $24. It goes all the way to $24. Well, Blizzard gets to keep a percentage, so in reality you get $22.50. It's like half.com works, it's like eBay works. They get a small percentage of the transaction because you host it on the site. That's how it's going to work. Now, for hardcore players, you cannot use the real-world transaction auction house. You can only use the gold-based auction house. so you can't buy your way through a hardware mode or a hardcore mode of having the best items and not dying at all. Also news in Diablo 3 is you have to be online to play the game. This is disappointing for some folks, but this is what happened with StarCraft 2. You had to be online for achievements to be, awarded to your account, and that's the model that they're using now. And let's face it, guys, for the most part, 99% of us are going to be hooked up to the internet when we're playing the game. Okay, and if you want to play on your laptop on an airplane, that's cool for you, but it's a pretty intensive game graphically, and playing with the little touch mouse pad is going to be kind of tough, maybe. But anyways, some people have griped about that, but that's a business model that Blizzard is using. How do I feel about it? I'm going to be connected to the internet anyway, and if I'm not connected on the internet, I'm doing something else besides playing video games, like being outside or playing a sport where I have to use my hands and feet in a fast motion. I mean, doing something besides video games. So, I'm okay with it. It's okay. I'm not going to troll about how I have to be connected to the internet to play a video game. I'm used to it now. Well, the beta is not out yet, but it's got to be close. It's got to be close. That's what they're working on right now, to get it all prepped and ready so that the public beta can be released and we can start to get our hands on this incredible game. Up next, let's look at the Demon Hunter. The Demon Hunter is the long-range class in Diablo 3, and it is also a class that you have to be agile. Like I had mentioned in a previous episode when I played her at BlizzCon, if you get caught in a corner, enemies will wail on you. And her vault ability is great in open areas. But in that particular build of the game, I kept vaulting into the wall or up against a staircase and kept getting trapped. And it was kind of annoying sometimes. However, her attacks can be devastating, and her triggering of grenades and other traps are awesome to either slow down the enemy or do massive amounts of damage. Now, she is not powered by mana, or he, because you can change genders, but she's powered by hatred and discipline. One fuels offensive abilities, which I believe is hatred, and the other is the defensive abilities, which is discipline. So it's not a mana-based program, but it's different. I can't really recall what it felt like when I was playing her. I just love shooting giant waves of arrows at incoming enemies. First off with the Demon Hunter is the Molt Arrow. Boom! Just liquid fire being rained upon all the enemies around you as they burn. Pretty cool. Pretty sure the burn damage is also a dot. But the graphics for that look amazing. Onto the Bola. This is like a little slingshot that you shoot and wraps around the enemy and explodes, and does a little bit of an area effect damage. There's a pretty cool little graphics. You see it kind of wrap around the enemy. Once it's done, bam! Explodes, torso, gone, enemy, dead. Entangling shot. This is slows down the enemy. So it's good use in groups as it can actually spread to other enemies behind. Great for stopping those fast attackers as well, especially when there's a lot of them. Fan of Knives. Area effect around your character. Chicka chicka ching ching ching. Just gone. Are your enemies around you. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. The Grenade. This is like a trap, in a way. Just throw it out, kaboom, they go. Has a good range, medium to long range. They explode about a second after they drop. And what else do you need to know? Pull the pin and throw. And those are some of the abilities for the Demon Hunter. I also mentioned the Vault, which you can see in other videos, and there's nothing too special about it. You just see her do the somersault. Or him! I know you can change genders, or him. Somersault away. But you can use that ability to either get out of situations or to get into situations and use that Fan of Knives or use another skill. She did have that charge skill. I forgot what that's called too. Sorry guys, I don't have the game in front of me. I wish I did. But it's really cool that the press is able to go to Blizzard and see more of the game and play for themselves, since this beta is just around the corner. I can't wait. All right, well, down below, I'm putting a link to my buddy MLG Ryan's Reddit, so please check it out. I'm not sure if I'll do my own to kind of answer some questions on what it's like to work with the Koreans and to be backstage. Kind of depends on time. But probably this Friday, I'll throw one down there. So until next time, gamers, enjoy your week. Enjoy watching the VODs being posted from MLG Anaheim. And stay tuned for information regarding the replays. They will have official announcement if and when they're going to be released. I'm pretty sure the gaming community will be happy with the announcement. We'll just have to wait and see from Sundance. So I hope you had an amazing weekend. I did. Have a great week, and I'll see you online soon. And I look forward to MLG Rally around the corner. I hope I said that right.